famous.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. And on tap tonight, it's the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Utah Jazz. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. So, Clark, this season is really only just getting started. Think these teams are all coming together well?
More or less, that's the case. I mean, things are clicking better for some than others. That's normal and expected. But we've got a lot of time for squads to coalesce and figure their stuff out.
Diaw for three, and it's sent back by Nowitzki. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nowitzki. Nowitzki with the steal. Fast break, Dallas pushing it up. Swiped away. Stevenson against Arenas. Off with the layup. Nash outside to the middle. Inside, here's Nowitzki. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist.
You got to try to keep pace with Nowitzki now. Once he sets that pick, he's looking to get the ball back with the hard cut.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Diaw. The 19-footer is on the money.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's Nash. Some solid defense here from Arenas.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to Diaw. Here's Hassel. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Anderson for 3. The Mavericks pull it in. The question for them right now, can they maintain this winning streak? They've notched 11 in a row.
Just a fun team to watch when you get right to it. I mean, the way they're executing at both ends of the floor, it seems like they're getting better each game. Communication, ball control, ball security, defensively. They are very adaptable, and we've seen how they adjust, always learning and constantly tweaking the winning formula.
A different look for Dallas. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Brantley. And it's Cardinal in for Dante Jones. And it's Nowitzki missing.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Nowitzki with the screen on Arenas. Nash against Arenas. Nash the pass to Nowitzki. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. Nowitzki's got his second basket.
And this is where Nash is most dangerous. Superb at running that pick and roll.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. Some changes here for the Mavericks. Villanueva comes in for Nowitzki. And Harris subbed in for Nash. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And here's Arenas. Turned in an outstanding game against Minnesota. Diaw with a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Diaw's got 5 points so far. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks winning their last game against the Detroit Pistons. Screened by Bogut. Here's Harris. Good work defensively by Arenas. Utah leading. Pass to Hassel. Over in the corner, Diaw. No good from outside. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Dallas. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
That's good from Harris. And the Mavericks making a change here. Bell's checked in. And Harris drops them both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Pass to Hassel. Back to Diaw. Down low. Here's Anderson. And Anderson slams it in.
Looking agile there in the pick and roll. Anderson, great job capitalizing on that finish.
Bogut with a screen on Arenas. Here's Harris. Now Bogut defended by Anderson. Count it.
Nice job setting the screen and then rolling with purpose.
Jazz have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Anderson, a screen on Harris. And the basket by Arenas.
Agent Zero, a.k.a. Gilbert Arenas, on the pick and roll. That is a problem. You have to stop the ball first because Arenas is looking to score.
Now here is Harris, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Anderson with the block. And he recovers it. Bogut gets the bucket. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Outside, Arenas. Anderson outside. Five on the clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And here's Arenas outside.
You've got to time those shot contests just right. And he did that time.
Utah trailing here. Pass to Diaw. Outside, Arenas. Back to Diaw.
And Boris Diaw, one of those guys that creates so many problems for opposing teams because of his incredible versatility on that front line.
Utah shooting their first free throws of the night. No good on the free throw.
Well, you can't overlook any trip to the line. These points could end up making the difference.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And he's good on the second. Looking at the last game for the Jazz, it was a win against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You've got to trust in the system.
Jazz have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. To the inside. Utah moving it around. Here's the teardrop. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
Yeah, they're shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Leitner's checked in for Boris Diaw. And stolen by Nash. Over Arenas. Out to Nash. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Ellis. There's the 3. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assists. Nash has got 3 assists tonight.
Capitalizing on that short corner 3 opening.
Utah calls timeout. Sean Stevenson is checked in for Nash. Jazz trail by 5. Here is Arenas. He's a player that you can only hope to slow down. He averages nearly 28 points a game. Here's Harpering. The Jazz again can't hit it. And so Ellis will bring it up for the Mavericks. Nowitzki with the screen on Arenas. Elbow shot. Stolen by Anderson. Knocked loose. Stolen by Stevenson. Back to Ellis. Nowitzki sets a screen for Ellis. Nowitzki finds Ellis. Five to shoot. Arenas against Nowitzki. The offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Jones. No good on the triple.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Stolen by Ellis. Nowitzki sets a screen for Ellis. Kicks it out to Stevenson. Connects from three-point range. And the Mavericks lead by 8. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Hey, we got to talk about the defense too, guys. They've been outstanding tonight as they've already been able to knock away quite a few shots.
Now here's Ellis. Gilbert Arenas missing his last shot. Pass to Nowitzki, beyond the arc. Kicks it out to Ellis. Tries again. Here's Nowitzki, and finally they hit one. Nowitzki's got 6 points.
Really imperative that you put a body on Nowitzki. I mean, he's just too big and talented close to the rim.
Here's Arenas, and there's the drive, and he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Mavericks leading by 10. Ellis outside. To the paint. Lock at 6. And Nowitzki with the stuff.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Here's Anderson. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Putting that big build of his to work. Anderson finding his shot.
Ellis with it. He also played really well in that win against the Pistons. Nowitzki with the screen on Arenas. Here's Ellis. Nowitzki. And the shot is long. Jazz trail by 10. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside Arenas.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Leitner. And here's Anderson, defended by Jones. From deep, Arenas drops in the tray. Arenas has got it back down to single digits for the Jazz.
Hey, there's one thing we know about Gilbert Arenas now. There's not a shot that he won't take. He'll let it fly from anywhere.
Nowitzki sets a screen for Ellis. Into the lane. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Arenas. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Podkolzin's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Out to the right wing. 54 seconds left here in the opening quarter. to the inside. And taken away by Arenas. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Arenas such a natural scorer. Even when he gets fouled, he still maintains his concentration.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Andrew Bogut checked in for Podkolzin. Villanueva comes in for Nowitzki. Bell is checked in for Dante Jones. Devin Harris subbed in for Monte Ellis. Now here is Harris. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game.
One step and go. His plan was to drive the whole time.
Arenas against Harris. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That one goes. Count it. Arenas has got 10 points in the game.
And such creativity from Arenas. Some of the ball handling moves he pulls out are just unguardable.
Harris outside. Can't hit from in close. Dirk Nowitzki has been leading the charge for the Dallas Mavericks. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We've got more in store for you right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Now here is Harris. Pass to Bradley. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got his third assist on the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Good decision by Snow. He's not looking to score. Eric wants to move the ball.
Bradley is screen on Snow. Harris passes to Bradley. Yes, that goes in. Bradley's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, that was a pretty assist by Harris.
Jazz trail by 8. Stoudemire outside. Pass to Snow. Back to Stoudemire. Lets it go with a 3. The Mavericks pull it in. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Bradley is screen on Snow. Takes a shot at the elbow. Bradley finds Villanueva. Got 3 off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Stoudemire, the pass to Leitner. And the rebound goes to Villanueva. Mavericks leading by 8. Villanueva with a screen on Snow. Puts it up from 7. Kicks it out to Bradley. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Harris. Villanueva with a screen on Snow. Pass to Cardinal. Fires the 3. And it's Leitner with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Screen by Villanueva. Here is Cardinal. Fires for 3. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Cardinal's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Jazz trail by 11. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Stoudemire outside, over Bell. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Harris outside. Villanueva with a screen on Dia. 3-pointer, Bell. Rebounded by the Jazz. Dia with it, picked up by Harris. Dia dishes to Stoudemire. Over in the corner, Diaw. Here's Foyle. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Mavericks leading by 11. Villanueva with a screen on Diaw. Harris against Diaw. Pass to Cardinal. Buries the long-range jumper. Cardinals got the lead up to 14 now for Dallas.
Sees his teammate, delivers an accurate pass. Excellent teamwork.
Snow against Harris. Back to Stoudemire. Here's Snow. There's the triple. And he's good on the 3-ball. Stoudemire's got himself on the board with 3 there.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Offensive rebound. Here's Villanueva. Another 3 for Dallas.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Utah calls timeout.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
Going with an almost entirely new group here. Chris Anderson is checked in for Foyle. Collins comes in for Leitner. McDaniels, he's checked in for Boris Diaw. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Snow. Now, here's Collins. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Arenas against Nash. On the wing, Arenas. And Anderson slams it in.
And what a finish by Anderson, rising to get the lob pass and finish that one with some authority.
Now Nash, 17 points for him last game against Detroit. Nowitzki a screen. For the 3. There it is, it's Nash picking up the assist. Nash has got his 4th assist in this one.
You know, he's always ready to shoot the basketball, Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, as soon as he catches the pass, he's locked and loaded and ready to go. Great confidence in his stroke.
And he gets it to go. Jones has got his first points in this one.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
And it's denied. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Andrew Bogut checked in for Dallas. Wang comes in for Nowitzki. McDaniel sets a screen for Arenas. It's rebounded by Dallas. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
A nice shot by Nash.
The sharpshooter Nash, especially efficient and lethal from outside the arc with that really efficient stroke of his.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Collins, a screen on Stevenson to stop the run. Shot by Collins, no good. Mavericks leading by 20. Nash outside. Good. Nash has got 5 points in the quarter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Anderson, that's good. And Arenas with the assist.
Got to convert those chances in tight.
Dallas has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Nash up on top. He's covered by Arenas. Stevenson passes to Nash. Bogut with a screen on Arenas. Just 4 to shoot. And it's blocked! And he keeps control of the ball. Elbow shot is on the way. Again, the Jazz score.
Assist goes to Chris Anderson.
The Mavericks shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Bogut with the screen on Arenas. Takes it off the glass. Nash has got 7.
This is Nash's bread and butter, his decision-making in the pick and roll. Masterful.
Nash against Arenas. Looking to end his cold spell. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, I love watching him carve his way inside and capitalize.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Colzine's checked in for Bogut. And it's Ellis in for Steve Nash.
Arenas, boy, I tell you, is one of the most confident and explosive scorers in the game. A shoot-first point guard who will let it fly at any time and do real damage with the ball in his hand.
Colzine's shot is good.
Now that's how you rock the pick and roll.
Jazz trailed by 19. Outside Arenas, and it's blocked. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. Raja Bell is checked in for Dallas. And Zoelos will bring it up for the Mavericks. 22 is their biggest lead. In the corner, Bell with it. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got 4 assists in the game.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
Here's Hassel. He's guarded by Stevenson. Anderson kicks it over to Arenas. Harpering, defended by Bell. 6 to shoot. Pass to Hassel. From downtown, Podkolzin with the rebound. Podkolzin's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Ellis, down low. Here's Wang. Stevenson outside. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
And it's time for an injury report.
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from the Jazz's head athletic trainer. Oh, that is not what you want to see. It sounds like it's a serious injury. This was a team that was struggling a bit, so losing him hurts extra. But they have to cope with the loss. Back to you.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Wang. And it's Cardinal in for Raja Bell.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Arenas passes to Diaw from the arc. The Mavericks pull it in. Nowitzki's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Nowitzki sets a screen for Ellis. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. Fires the 3. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 6 assists here tonight.
Such a versatile offensive weapon. Nowitzki has tons of places where he can get it in the basket from.
Here's Hassel. He has yet to score, and the foul on Monte Ellis. That is his first foul of the game. Dallas making a switch here. Wang's checked in.
Substitution for your Mavericks. Number 16, Wang Zizi.
So it's Utah now, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Gilbert Arenas. That's foul number 2 for him.
And not who you'd expect the high pass to come from, but how about the instincts there by Anderson?
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
They're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time defense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Bogut comes in for Podkolzin, and Harris subbed in for Stevenson. Ellis outside. Pass to Harris. Launches it. And the rebound goes to Anderson. Anderson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Hassel, the pass to Diaw. And the Jazz, another 3.
That's some pretty spiffy shooting from Diaw. His team knew just when to find him.
Bogut with a screen on Arenas. Here's Harris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul.
They get Gilbert Arenas. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
This season, he has been absolutely locked in at the free throw line. How about 90%?
And I like the fact, guys, that those numbers have gone up since last season. I mean, he said free throw shooting was an area he was looking to improve, and he has.
Podkolzin's checked in for the Mavericks. Jones comes in for Cardinal. And Utah with a change here, too. Foyle's checked in.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Here's Hassel, guarded by Harris. Pass to Hassel. Shot clock at 6. Now, here's Diaw. He's guarded by Ellis. Here's Harpering. Good, and it's Diaw with the assist that time. He's got 5.
Diaw's floor awareness and savvy, really off the charts. So good at recognizing how to find open teammates.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Anderson, and finished off by Anderson.
Throwing it down, leave nothing to chance.
Mavericks leading by 22.
Timeout.
And Dallas calls their first timeout of the game. Nowitzki, he's checked in for Wang. Bell comes in for Jones. And it's Nash in for Harris. .23 seconds left now here in the second. Nash outside. Nowitzki sets a screen for Nash. In the corner, Bell with it. Drills the three-pointer. Bell's got 6 in the quarter. 6 seconds left in the first half. Launches it from deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Dirk Nowitzki having a dominant impact in this game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Now, here's Nash. And Villanueva has it in the corner. Nash outside. Bogut with a screen on Arenas. Just 5 on the clock. No good from Bogut. The Jazz shooting at a decent 44% clip here. And here's Arenas. Anderson, a screen on Bell. Here's Arenas. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Arenas has got 17.
Arenas' role is to score the ball. He's a very active shooter and keeps the defense on its heels with his attacking style.
Nash dishes to Bogut and finished off by Bogut.
And I like the movement right there, setting that screen, then getting into position to score.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Anderson outside. Out to the right wing. Pass to Arenas. Harper defended by Jones. To the middle. Here's Anderson. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from Bogut.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Bogut sets a screen for Nash. Back to Bogut. Now here's Nash. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Bogut, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Utah has possession. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Anderson, a screen on Villanueva. Inside. And Anderson slams it in.
How about the attitude of Anderson there? Whenever he gets room to take off, he is going to capitalize with the throwdown.
Bogut sets a screen for Nash. Shot left block. Stolen by Anderson. And now Utah, fast break. And the basket by Diop. 11 points in the game.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
To the inside, Bogut. Rebound, Utah. Anderson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Rod Colzine's checked in for Bogut. Nowitzki comes in for Charlie Villanueva. And it's Cardinal in for Jones. A different look for Dallas. Stevenson, he's checked in for Cardinal. Ellis comes in for Bell. Devin Harris subbed in for Steve Nash. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Arenas against Harris. Arenas misses. Dallas leading by 21. Harris outside. He takes it in. And Nowitzki wide open. He fires. And a miss there on the triple. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's Arenas. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Arenas is so relentless in attacking the basket. Always puts all kinds of pressure on the defense.
Cardinals checked in for Monte Ellis. And both free throws good for Arenas. For Dallas, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker with the break. Nowitzki with the screen on Arenas. Harris drives in. Nowitzki for 3. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got his 7th assist in the game.
And few big men can shoot it like Nowitzki.
Pass to Hassel. To the paint. Here's Diop. And it's blocked.
Fantastic defense. Great timing on the rejection.
Nowitzki sets a screen for Harris. Nowitzki outside. Back to Harris. Lock at 6. Nowitzki with the screen on Arenas. Here's Harris. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw. The Jazz shooting in this game, 45%. Throws it up high, and Anderson slams it in.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
And so it's Dallas with it, following the bucket by the Jazz. Nowitzki kicks to Stevenson. 13 feet away, and it's good for 2. Stevenson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, that was Dirk Nowitzki getting in the way of the defense right there. Well done.
Here's Arenas, and that one drops for him.
And so far, Arenas is feeling it. Fiery offensive games like this are why they call this man the Hibachi.
Now here is Harris. 8 points for him. Cardinal passes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki with the screen on Arenas. Back to Nowitzki. It's good. 21 points for Nowitzki.
Dirk can be so strong inside, breaking through that contact.
To the wing right side. Here's Harpering. Pass to Diaw for 3. It's hauled in by Harris.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Nowitzki with the screen on Anderson. Harris with it. Gilbert Arenas covering. Nowitzki, the pass to Harris. Nowitzki sets a screen for Harris. Anderson with the block.
Boy, admire the reach of Anderson. I mean, this guy does a nice job of timing when to leave the floor to reject those shots.
Steve Nash is checked in for the Mavericks. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Jazz ball.
Diaw with it. 11 points in the game. Down low. And finished off by Anderson.
And guys, you don't expect a ton of production from Anderson, but he is in a zone here tonight.
Near the three-point line, it's Nash. Diaw against Nowitzki. Anderson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really good focus, keeping his attention on the basket and not the defender.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Dallas?
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Bradley's checked in for Pod Colzine. Villanueva comes in for Nowitzki. And Jones subbed in for Carter. On up the court. They grabbed their own miss, and the foul called on Deshaun Stevenson. That is his first foul of the game. Mavericks making a switch here. Ellis is checked in.
Substitution for your Mavericks. Number 8, Monte Ellis.
Snow the pass to Anderson. Diaw for 3, and it's Bradley with the rebound. Bradley's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Ellis. Back to Nash. Lets the 3 fly. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Nash has got 10 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just spanning the flank.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Snow against Nash. Snow the pass to Anderson. Over in the corner, Diaw. Stolen by Jones. Nash with the screen for Ellis. And he drives in. Kicks it out to Jones. Ellis outside. Bradley sets the pick for Ellis. Back to Jones. Snow against Nash. Shot clock at 5. And a wide open look here for Ellis. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Ellis has got 4 points in the quarter.
These guys are elite from the mid-range.
Snow against Nash. The kick out to Anderson. Nice ball movement by Utah. Snow the pass to Diaw. Right wing. Here's Harpering. Buries the jump shot. 7 points in the game. And it'll be the Mavericks with their first timeout here of the game.
Here we go. Please give it up.
Some changes here for the Mavericks. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Bradley. Wang comes in for Charlie Villanueva. And it's Bell in for Jones. Utah also making some changes. Foyles checked in for Anderson. And it's McDaniels in for Boris Diaw. Now here's Nash. He's got 10. Ellis with a screen on Snow. Pass to Wang. Driving the lane. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. The Mavericks have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. First free throw is good. Stevenson, he's checked in for Monte Ellis.
Taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both. Utah has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Snow, the pass to McDaniels. Here's Leitner. Stolen by Stevenson. And now the fast break. Stevenson with the ball. Nash against Snow. Pass to Leitner. The Mavericks pull it in. Bogut's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Nash against Snow. Now here's Nash. Tight defense on him, and it's blocked. And they're able to recover. 4 on the clock.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Bogut dishes to Nash. Stevenson, a screen on Snow. Tries yet again. The rebound by the Jazz. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Pass to McDaniels. Out to the wing. Out left to the wing. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Bell. Dallas has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Nash. And there's Bogut on the assist by Nash. Bogut's got 8.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now here's McDaniels. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Mavericks with some changes. Polzien's checked in for Bogut. Nowitzki comes in for Wang. And it's Ellis in for Stevenson. Stoudemire, he's checked in for the Jazz. Dallas calls timeout. Harris is checked in for Dallas. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Dallas. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, the Jazz. They're much further down in the standings right now. Now, here's Ellis. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Harris. Front past the arc. Rebound, Utah.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
For Utah, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. And McDaniels drops them both. The Mavericks shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Ellis with it. Now Stoudemire defending. And the Mavericks call time here.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
And the Mavericks Starks making a change here. Jones is checked in.
Jones.
Ellis surveying the D. 6 on the shot clock. And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
Love when Nowitzki finishes with the dunk, showing some outstanding lift on that one.
Stoudemire right side. Here's Leitner. And so it's Dallas in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Foyle, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Pass to Nash. Bogut with a screen on Snow. Here's Nash. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
One thing you really love about this guy is how hard he works to be reliable. I mean, he wants his team to know they can always count on him.
2 shots.
And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. Now Stoudemire. It's stolen by Harris. Nash up on top. McDaniels defending. Nice shot by Bogut.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
The Jazz shooting well. They're at 45%. To the middle. Here's Stoudemire. Got a piece of it. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Ahead. And rebounded by McDaniels. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Podkolzin's checked in for Bogut. Nowitzki comes in for Charlie Villanueva. And Stevenson subbed in for Steve Nash. Here's Snow. Stoudemire outside. From 13. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
This is why Leitner can be difficult to guard. I mean, he can and will take these mid-range shots.
Harris passes to Nowitzki. Out to Harris. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Back to Nowitzki. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Harris against Snow. Pass to Foyle. Here's Snow. The Jazz working the ball around now. McDaniels passes to Leitner. Here's Stoudemire. And that's collected by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Now here is Harris. He's covered closely. Back to Nowitzki. And Nowitzki slams it in.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Snow, the pass to Stoudemire. Here's Snow. Back to Stoudemire. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Foyle. He's guarded by Stevenson. And the shot will not go from Leitner.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Harris. And he drops in the layup off the glass. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 assists. Tipped away. Harris looking it over. Podkolzin's shot is good.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Pass to Stoudemire. Here's Foyle. Shot clock at 6. Trying to end the drought. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Dallas calls timeout. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Bradley's checked in for Podkolzin. Jones comes in for Bell. And it's Ellis in for Devin Harris. Then for the Jazz, Collins checked in for Leitner. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Snow. Now here's Ellis. Down low. Nowitzki kicks to Ellis. Jones the pass to Ellis. Nowitzki sets a screen for Ellis. Driving in. Lays it up and banks it in.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Arenas against Ellis. Pass to Stoudemire. Outside Arenas. Great defense that time from Ellis.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Now, here's McDaniels. Here's Arenas. And it's good. 2 points. Arenas has got 23.
Yeah, he's got all the moves. Arenas not afraid to get inside.
Stevenson outside. Nowitzki sets a screen for Stevenson. Stoudemire grabs the miss. Jazz have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Foyle. And here is McDaniels. They set the screen. Arenas, that's a 2-pointer. Again, the miss by Arenas. Collins against Ellis. Bradley a screen on Collins. Ellis outside, driving to the basket.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Bradley.
Substitution on the court.
The Jazz shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Here's Arenas. That one's not going to go. Nice D from Bogut. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 15-4 run. Ellis outside. Driving inside. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Oh, making clever play calls to beat the D. That pick and roll is classic.
Pass to Bogut. Back to Ellis. Nowitzki sets a screen for Ellis. And he lays it straight in. Ellis has got 10 points in just the second half.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Now here's Arenas. Inside, Utah moving it around. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Bogut with a screen on Arenas. Here's Ellis. Again, the miss by Ellis. Utah shooting 43% from the floor. Now here's Arenas. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Bogut's got 7 rebounds in the game. Ellis outside. Free throw line jump shot. Kicks it out to Jones. And the 3 ball is good. Jones has got 6 points in the quarter.
That's a good find, setting his teammate up for the score.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And it's Arenas penetrating, lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
It's fun to just watch Arenas play. He's electric, has his own style, and what an explosive play right there.
Now here's Ellis. To the inside, Bogut. Anderson with the block. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Villanueva comes in for Nowitzki. And it's Nash in for Monte Ellis. Here's Nash. Bogut with a screen on Arenas. Nash dishes to Bogut. And the rebound goes to Anderson. Anderson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to Diaw. Takes the three. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Usually a range shooter who picks his moments. I guess Diaw was feeling it on that one.
Here's Nash. Bogut kicks to Villanueva. No good with the triple. Utah's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Harpering, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Charlie Villanueva.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
Cardinals checked in for the Mavericks. Bell comes in for Deshaun Stevenson. He hits the second from the line. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Now here's Nash. They get it again. Bogut the pass to Cardinal. Bogut sets a screen for Nash. Goes back up. And it's good on the way up.
Absorbing contact well inside. Nash is a competitive guy and is able to find ways to score even against tough defense.
Arenas against Nash. Offline with his 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Screen by Villanueva.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Nash left side. Pass to Villanueva. Just 3 to shoot. Bogut down low. Here is Cardinal. Nash with it. He's covered by Arenas and taken away by Arenas. And slam dunk by Arenas.
Boy, packing a punch with that throwdown. Arenas has some serious bounce.
1:39 left to play in the final quarter. Nash outside. Villanueva with a screen on Arenas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Nash. Here's Bogut. Second chance shot. Anderson with the block.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Dallas.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And talk about putting pressure on your opponent. Tonight's win will move their record to 2-0 in the season series with 2 left to be played against the Jazz.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Nowitzki.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Podkolzien's checked in for Dallas. So it's the Jazz now. Pass to Anderson. There's 37 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
And Anderson is a selective shooter, which is why you love seeing him earn that call.
Chris Anderson.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
Now Bell. Pass to Nash. Over to the left wing. Cardinal. They can't stop the run with that one. Arenas up top. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.